Oh, shaking with the camera. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I am excited to be back on here since I missed you all last week because, well, I was sick for sure. But it's great to be back on here. I've got a very special guest. You can kind of see her ears tonight. We talked about having her on here, and I decided it was finally time that y'all meet Dixie, my gun bunny. So she's going to be joining us tonight for as long as she will put up with me because I'm not going to lie, this girl has a lot of attitude, and she I know she loves me, but she likes to choose when she spends time with me. So usually I just let her run around and she decides when she wants to be friendly. But yeah, she's going to be joining us tonight and hopefully on her very best behavior. She doesn't answer her own questions. I have to do that. So if anybody has any questions for Dixie, that is her name. She is not sporting her tactical vest this evening because it's a little bit late. Nobody wants to be all dressed up this late, do they, Dixie? Including me tonight. I'm in my gym attire and a hat because it is hair washing day. But I do like this hat quite a bit. This is from Black. Oh man, Black Smoke Coffee. They were one of the vendors at All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show, and they had excellent coffee and fueled us through the whole event. So pretty awesome. Hey, y'all are hopping on here. How cool. Max, what's up? Glad you're on here. Charlie's on here. Josiah, we're rambling tonight. Colton, glad you're on here. Dale's on here. Mike's on here. Hey, Swamp Dog Armory. It's been a while since I've seen your name. Adam's on here. What's up? Kind of looks like your daughter's bunny. You know, Dixie has a very she kind of looks like the rabbit next door, you know. I actually bought treats at Tractor Supply for her just because the rabbit on the treat package looked just like her. So I decided if the rabbit on the treat package looked just like her, then she'd probably, ow, she just bit me. Then she would probably like them. And she's fussing instantly. I wish I could see her. She's trying to make a nest in my lap. But we'll see how this goes. Anyway, thank you. She is cute, isn't she? Until she gets an attitude and starts nipping me. But eventually I will let her down so she can run around. But for right now, I'm going to make her sit and chat with us. Awesome hat and special guest. Thank you. Like I said, she'll be on here for as long as she will put up with me. But I should have, next time, you know, depending on how she does tonight, next time maybe I will have her set up with her little goat guns. I did have her running around on the dresser, which she was doing pretty good at. She was investigating the ammo cans and hats and everything else. Because rabbits are kind of like that. If you give them stuff to play with and throw around, they'll do it, including goat guns. Anyway, things have been really busy since deer season started. I can imagine. I have unfortunately not gotten to sit in the woods yet for deer season, but we're gonna go check. It's just been such a crazy time of year. Machine gun shoot and post machine gun shoot, but we have a time scheduled to go out and just double check our stands are still safe. Obviously, we know where the deer are. They're always really in the same spot because we've got a great spot to hunt. But yeah, I'm hoping to get out there. So, hello, how was your weekend? What did I do this weekend? Oh, I went to GunCon. So actually, I did a lot this weekend. We had my husband got home this past weekend, and then we did all the sorts of homely stuff and put up a light fixture, which, bless that man, I dropped part of the light fixture on his head, and he's still talking to me. And it's not because he's concussed, but saint of a man, he is putting up with me and my handyman, or lack of handyman skills, that is. So we did that Friday, and then Saturday drove down to Savannah, which I absolutely love. It was mine and Julia Stallings' anniversary of meeting each other. But it was also GunCon, which is pretty cool. You trying to peek? What are you doing? Anyway, so GunCon was this past weekend. First year event. I think from what I understand, it was big. It was the same weekend that Big Daddy Unlimited's epic shoot typically would be, which was it was a invite only type event. This was open to the public, which is amazing. I'm so glad I got to go because I got to see how they were running things. And honestly, I just love that it was open to the public. So cool to see everyone's reactions, parents, families, lots of little kids running around, getting to try different guns and it was CanCon, so obviously everything was suppressed. But yeah, everybody was having a great time. I only went Saturday, but the event itself was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Um, and I also went off-roading when I first got there. I thought I was going to be stuck. I was stuck, actually. I did get stuck and had to get people to help me. The fella James from Pilgrim Ammunition saved my life. And then so did a few people that were riding on the tractor trying to get in. So they helped me out. But yeah, it was a great event overall. I was only there for Saturday, but it sounded like everybody had a really great time the whole weekend. So I'm excited to see. I heard rumors that it's going to be twice a year and possibly an East Coast, West Coast, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but I'll definitely let y'all know when I know. Anyway, sorry, that was a weekend. Oh, and then Sunday I had a housewarming party to go to, which I don't know if y'all saw on Instagram. I posted, I broke that flamethrower out and brought it over to the housewarming party because obviously if you're going to a housewarming party, you need a flamethrower there. So yeah, we played with that a little bit, helped warm up the house, and I think overall it was a very successful party. Very excited for my friends that bought their house, and now we're here. It's Tuesday. I almost forgot, naturally, but I do have exciting news. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to keep reading comments. Dixie, you can sit here while I read comments. Not going to stay long. Had to shoot. Glad you got on here, Smash Dog. Swamp Dog. I was reading your comment and your name at the same time. Daggum. Yippee, rambling time. Yup. Is she allowed to roam the house? So I don't typically just let her roam the house when I'm not like in the same room as her because if there is something for her to chew on, she's going to chew on it. I can't tell you how many phone cords I've been through, and with previous rabbits, we're going to wiggle. With previous rabbits, the amount of like TV cables and computer cables and just all sorts of things. Anything that they can chew on, they will. Also, y'all know that my house has been under construction for a little while now. So at one point I put her in the bathroom downstairs and just left her there for a little while I was doing something. And she decided to help me with the construction part or the demolition part of construction and pulled some of the drywall apart. So rabbits are wonderful, but they can definitely be destructive. And I told y'all she has an attitude. So, when she wants something, if you lock her in a bathroom for a couple hours, while you need her to be in there while you do something else, she's not going to be happy. And the bathroom was big. She had plenty of space in there, but she found something to pull on, and she did. So no, she doesn't really roam the house. Not a whole lot. Not unsupervised, at least. She'll also try to make a nest out of anything. So if I happen to have like a pair of socks or clothes laying on the floor, she's going to shoot them apart. But anyway. Where is her buddy? Okay, so Bonnie, I don't have Bonnie out tonight. She is just chilling. Bonnie is actually a cottontail rabbit. When she was a baby, when she was this little, something had tried to eat her and she got her stomach slashed open, and I honestly didn't think she was gonna live. But cottontails also don't usually live for very long in captivity, so it's been 6 years. She's doing very well, but I also try to not stress her out as much as possible. So to sit and hold her and make her, I mean, honestly, she'd probably move around a lot less than Dixie would in this situation. But I just try to not put any extra stress on her because now at this point, she's kind of old. We won't talk about that. Rabbits don't really live that long, but about 6 years is where they're at. And both of them are now at 6 years. So we're going to need some elixir of life because you've got to live forever, Dixie. You've got to live forever. Rachel's version of magic trick. I'm going to pull a rabbit out of this ammo box. I like that. Also, though, if I could just pull like extra ammo out of the ammo box, that would be a pretty cool magic trick, too. Who else agrees? Hey, Adam Hooty Who's on here. What's up? Glad you're on here. Dale, did I already say hi to you, or is this a different Dale? No, it's the same Dale. Nick, thank you so much. I feel sleepy today, but I'll take your compliment. Have you ever tried the new Mountain Dew Fruit Quake? Huh? No, I have not. So I'm not really a big Mountain Dew fan. And I have not had that at all. But it's interesting. I don't know. Playboy bunnies. No, we have machine gun firing bunnies. Yes, we do. This one right now is actually trying to build a nest in my lap. We'll see how far she goes. Should I make it to the Gundies? Never been. I so hard question to ask, right? Because honestly, I'm surprised if you're not nominated for a category, or maybe you are. I don't know, because I think nominations for the Gundies are happening right now. But the Gundies has been a really awesome event in the past years, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it this year. Plus, if you haven't been to Drive Tanks, you should go purely just to go to Drive Tanks. They've got everything. You'd probably be excited about the animal side of Ox Ranch too, honestly. Knowing your interest, Ox Ranch would be something you'd probably like to see. She's trying to be a speedy bunny. Yeah, she's also probably, she knows that if I get her out and like hold her forever, I'm gonna give her a treat. So that's probably what's happening. Animals, yep. Yep. You'll definitely like that. They're everywhere. And they have such a variety of them and like African animals and all sorts of things. So you probably really enjoy that. They have a photo of the year category now. Yeah, I saw they have photo of the year and I think a video of the year that they added this year. But shoot, I mean, like hey, y'all are on here right now. Who needs to be nominated for something? If y'all haven't done it, maybe somebody go nominate Mr. Hootie Hoo for I'm trying to think of what the categories are. Maybe best outdoorsman. I honestly don't know what all the categories are. I could see you surviving in a zombie apocalypse because I saw you grab a live 7-foot iguana. And well, actually, I didn't see you do that, but I did see the pictures. And Roy Hill vouched for you, so I know that it happened. I also saw the bruise from the tail, so I am still a little bit mad that I wasn't there and that y'all didn't hold on to it for me while I was at the grocery store. But that's something that I'm just gonna have to get past. I'll leave that in 2022 with the rest of my complaints, but my regrets. I'm hoping to go to the Gundies one year. Hey, maybe next year. I'm gonna say this year, but it's technically, I guess it's 2023. Who looked really happy with his new trail cam. Wait, I didn't see, what trail camera did you get? I'm curious. Dixie, you were being very good and I appreciate it. I appreciate you also not scratching me. So fun thing about rabbits, and I think we talked about this at one point on one of these lives. I had rabbits growing up and I was always playing with them, obviously, but in high school, when you hold a rabbit, if they kick down. So like I used to have all these crazy, I actually still have a couple of crazy scars from their toenails. But yeah, she's been really sweet. So hopefully I won't end up with any new scars. Tacticam Reveal Pro, X Pro. Huh. I'm assuming this is a video, so I'm gonna have to go watch that. I am horribly behind on watching other people's videos. Better late than never. Bill, are you calling me out for being late tonight? Because that's rude. Anyway. But yeah, so I guess I've got like 2 weeks of catching up to do because last week I was very sick and I was sick. I was definitely sick. I would have been coughing the whole time we were chatting, so I did not try to jump on here. But it was only like 3 days of feeling bad, and then now I'm pretty much back to 100%. And I went to the gym today, and I found some Chick-fil-A because that's what happens. But anyway, the solar panel worked good. I'm very curious about this trail camera. I've actually got a couple of cell cams that I need to put out too, and actually try that. But I'm excited about the ability for them to connect to the cell phone, so I don't have to go actually check them and pull cards out and check them that way. But anyway, so we're gonna do a little recap here, right? So I know that we have talked about the TikTok tree in my yard. And I know that we've talked about Stranger Things and all of the stuff that they film here in Georgia, and how we're pretty much stuck right in the heart of it, where you never know what's going to be going on, whether it's going to be zombies walking down the road, because we have seen that before, and we've had all sorts of things shut down for zombies. Well, right now, currently, not right outside my window, but right around the corner, they have shut down our street for I don't know what, but my gut is telling me that it's Stranger Things. I am pretty sure that they are filming for Stranger Things in my neighborhood. And I don't know if maybe they heard about my TikTok tree and I don't know. It's just sitting with me that that might be why. But they are definitely filming for something. And in the last season, I noticed one of the houses looked like one of the houses on a neighborhood like 3 streets away from here. So I'm pretty convinced that this is Stranger Things filming their last second half of the finale season in my neighborhood, which is pretty crazy. They try to put it up and pretend it was road work, but they just replaced this big culvert thing. In our neighborhood a little while ago, and they would have had to shut down the road for that too. But they didn't have any police out there for that. And this has like 2 police at the bottom of the road, 2 police at the top of the road. You can see more police through the woods. And then there's this giant crane because I got to sneak through last night and I saw the giant crane in there. And then my husband and I heard some weird noises. So we went out to drive around just to see what was going on. And we saw them bring in like a bathroom trailer and all this stuff. So I am pretty daggum sure they are film. I mean, I know they're filming for something, but it feels like Stranger Things. I don't know. So they shut down. Yeah, they shut. I don't know how they're letting the people that live in these houses through. I guess that's what they have to do. But yeah, they shut everything down. I can get past because we live down a little like the back of the cul-de-sac of this area. We're down in this little back area, but yeah, we can get through, but everybody else, I'm not really sure what they're doing. But they right now, when we were driving to the gym, since it gets dark so daggum early now, they've got this crane that's got these crazy big lights on it, and so it looks like the moon is coming up over these trees, but it's obviously not. And they've got all these reflectors, so the light's like going through the trees, and all of the deer in the neighborhood are super confused. So they've been hanging out in our yard a little extra than even usual, which they already pretty much take up residency here. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Um, I haven't gotten into Stranger Things. What is it about? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but you just need to go watch it. 100% you if you don't like it, I don't know how we could be friends, but I think you will enjoy it. You should sneak through the woods and do some recon and report back. So, here's the thing. I'm probably not going to do that at night because, like I said, there's 2 police at the bottom, 2 police at the top, and a few more police through the woods. But Dixie needs to go on a walk, right? So I've got Dixie a little leash and a little vest, and I'm thinking tomorrow it's supposed to be nice. I mean, it's supposed to be cold weather, but it's supposed to be dry because today was raining. I'm thinking that Dixie needs to go for a walk, and we need to go find out what exactly they're doing and make friends with the police officers that are sitting at the bottom of the hill. So I will give you an update on how that goes. Dixie, I hope you're feeling up for it. You're going to have to get a good night's sleep tonight, and I will give you extra treats tomorrow if you behave. You've already done great tonight, so you're getting something good. But yeah, I'm thinking that's the move because I mean they're not gonna obviously if I'm walking my rabbit right past them, they're gonna have to like talk to me or something, right? Anyway, gotta start watching season 2 and catch it from there. Wow, you only watched season 1? So I watched season 1 and then I watched season 1 a second time with my dad, and then I've been hooked ever since. I think I've watched all of the seasons twice, or at least like had them on in the background, but love Stranger Things. Rabbit mounted GoPro mission. Dixie, we could put the GoPro on her vest. I think that would actually work. Um she's honestly being extremely good. Like I don't know if she knows I'm talking to y'all or something. Because usually, if I try to pick her up this much, she'd start fussing with me eventually. She's being extremely sweet tonight. Maybe she loves me more than I thought. Walking Dead series finale is Sunday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's finally over. I thought it was already over like a year and a half ago, but that's crazy. It's crazy too because like I told y'all, they filmed The Walking Dead not far from here too, and the town of Sonoy is not too far from here. And they've already started like demolishing the wall that was around the Alexandria and whatever else they filmed. I mean, they filmed so many different scenes and towns in that little town. But yeah, they demolished the wall, so that's really crazy to see. The windmill had been gone for a little while, but I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy. The town doesn't even look the same without the wall. The people living inside Sonoya compound had security badges to get in. Yeah, they definitely did. They actually had it was like a gated community, but it was like a walled community in real life, not just in the show. The way they had it set up, it was like actually walled, which was crazy. And then people would always try to stand on the train tracks to go look at it or take pictures, which not really supposed to do because obviously train track belongs to not people, not the public. But yeah. Anyway, part one of my episode of Build Box comes out next week. Hey, that's exciting. There was a wind turbine on set of Stranger Thing. There were no the windmill was part of, unless I'm getting confused on what you're asking about. The windmill was part of The Walking Dead. But yeah, now I'm trying to figure out what else we need to catch up on, right? So because there was 2 weeks in there, which means Tuesdays to Tuesdays. Bye, have a good night. Dang, it's almost 11 already. Is anybody else like, is this like time change killing anybody else? Because for me, when it gets dark outside, it feels like it's time to go to bed. And so I start getting tired at like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, by 7, I'm like, okay, for sure it's time to go to bed. And then it's only 7 o'clock. So I've got to like fix my brain on what time it actually is. It's really been messing with me. But I'm sure in like 2 more weeks we'll get it figured out. I'm gonna have to watch your flamethrower video on IG. So I posted it as a story. I am going to. Charlie's in the comments right now. He was helping me with a video on the flamethrower this past week. And then the hurricane hit. So I had a rain delay on my flamethrower video, and I've got to finish it up here shortly. And then there will be one for y'all on YouTube, which will be awesome. But I'll also have a little bit of that on Instagram as well. So the flamethrower is coming soon, but basically it's been in the background. You'll be happy to know that the flamethrower is not in my office anymore because it's been used now. Well, actually the underrail flamethrower is still in here because I have not broken that one out yet. Because honestly, I think we're gonna have to do a special build for that one. I've got something I can test it on, but I'm thinking I need to build something special for an underbarrel flamethrower. So if y'all want to start brainstorming and telling me what you think would need, obviously the highlight of the gun for this one is in particular going to be that there is a flamethrower mounted to it. But I'm thinking zombie gun. So I'm thinking that we need to figure out every accessory that you would want in a zombie apocalypse and put it on one gun and just make this the most ridiculous and best rifle ever. So if y'all want to start thinking about things that we can put on a ultimate zombie weapon system, I would love your thoughts. So thank you. I'm going to go ahead and thank you now. But yeah, so that one's still in the office, but the Pulse Fire LRT long range torch is not in the office anymore because it's been used, which is so exciting. And honestly, I can say now, since I've actually shot it, I love it. The simplicity of it, the fact that I literally, once you charge the battery, all you do is turn the switch on and then flip the safety up because there's a little red safety to keep you from pushing the button when you don't want to. Push the button, it shoots. Let go of the button, it's off completely. Other than like obviously the power's still on. Super simple though. It's way better than the XM42 was, where you had to screw in the butane tank and turn that on and then light it, and then that's constantly going, even though you're not pumping any fuel through it. So I actually feel like this is a lot safer, and I really like it. I also, though, found out about another flamethrower company after I posted the video of this, so I'm gonna have to do a little research on this other one. I think it's called Vulcan, but we're gonna get through learning all about the exothermic pulse fire LRT before we even start looking at this other flamethrower. But anyway, y'all know I'm a firebug, so flamethrowers are exciting and they make me happy. Dixie, I'm gonna see if you want to sit here, and you can do your own thing. Here, I'll give you a hat. Let's see if she stays over there, if she wants to come back over here. Oh, Guys, she's picking me for the first time ever. I feel loved. How fun. Anyway, Sega 12 with a flamethrower. I like that. I do like that actually. It's it's dark here in Utah by 6 p.m. It gets dark here. I think it's like 5:20 is when the sun starts going down, which is just crazy. Might be wrong. Might be 5:40. It starts getting dark around. Dixie, don't go up there. There's cords. There's wires and cords. I told you if there's a wire or a cord, she will find it. It starts getting dark around here around 4 or 5. Yeah, that's basically where we're at, and it's terrible. It makes me very disappointed. Um, when I used to work in restaurants, the winter was the worst time because I would work morning shift. So I would get into work at like 9 and then set everything up, and then I would get off work at like 4:30, but that really meant 5:30 because once you break down everything and leave or talk to people and then leave 5:36, it's dark outside, so you don't have a day. You're inside the whole time there's sun, and then you leave and it's nighttime, and it was just terrible. So I would still only work, well, when I could, I would only work morning shifts, but at night it would be worse too because you get there and it would already be dark, and then you'd think, oh man, I only got a couple more hours because it's already dark, but really it's 5 o'clock and you still have an entire night ahead of you. Loved working night shift in the summer because by the time it got dark, it was 9 o'clock, then you only had a couple more hours to work. But yeah, winter, I don't like it. It's like a seasonal depression or something. But then there's like holiday lights and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just being fussy. Speaking of zombie weapon systems, we could arm the rabbit with a flamethrower. Honestly, she's covered in fur, so I don't know if that would really be safe. But Dixie, you have any thoughts on that one? She's got goat guns, but she does not have a flamethrower of her very own. Patrick, what's up? Glad you're on here. I'm thinking a chainsaw handle is necessary. I think I like that. Rachel, you are loved. That's one reason we are here. I appreciate y'all being on here. Perfect zombie weapon, dual giant saw blades. I like it. We gotta get something. Obviously, it's gonna have a flamethrower on it, so we've got to get something. I don't know. There's a lot of things we can add to this, but I'm thinking deck it out as best we can. And of course, fire suit for the bunny. I could see about getting her maybe her little vest. We could get a fireproof one and a little hat. That would work, right? She's like right off screen. Strap the Gatling BB gun to the rabbit. Love it. I could just build her out a little rabbit carriage or something that's got everything she needs. And maybe, I could put the flamethrower on that and then she's set, right? She needs an off-road vehicle. Charlie, that we're in the same, our brains are in the same spot. I don't know who's going to drive this. It's going to have to be remote control because otherwise I think she gets easily distracted and she would steer off to somewhere that we don't want her to drive. But anyway. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was one other big thing that I did in between GunCon and Friendsgiving. Did we ever talk about Friendsgiving? Or was I getting ready for that last time we hopped on here? Seasonal affective disorder. So it's not just seasonal depression. I've never heard of this before. Mechanized infantry suit for the bunny. Call it Fud Killer. I like it. She can lead an entire movement. Gun bunnies versus Fuds. You can hear her. I don't know if y'all can hear her legs shaking. Interesting. But yeah. So I don't know. What have y'all been up to this past 2 weeks since we talked last? Like I said, I was at CanCon. I did get to see Julia Stallings too. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was very special. I wish that I could have been down there for the whole weekend, just because I love going to Savannah, but because I love I love dueling piano bars, and they've got Savannah Smiles, and it makes me just so happy. But I just drove down there Saturday and then drove back. Um, oh, sorry. So there is seasonal depression, but it has an official name. Interesting. Bunnies versus zombies. I think you could win. I think you got this. You've got a mean streak in you, don't you? If she's gonna be this good, she might have to come on lives more often. I think she adds a little bit of niceness to this corner over here. Oh, and that's just so cute. Like, you can't look at that and be mad. There's a dueling piano bar in downtown Macon. Really? I heard, well, I haven't heard, but I went to Macon recently for a wedding, and I was surprised, just like there's a lot going on down there right now. It seems like that even downtown Griffin has a lot more going on, which is pretty cool. Exciting to see. What do you think? What I've been up to, made a massive barbecue cheeseburger at home, bought Dr. Pepper, did not bite anyone. Excellent. Hey, that is some major accomplishments right there. I bought I'm gonna lisp over here. I bought my first Smith & Wesson M&P, the PC Core 5-inch 9mm to cure my seasonal depression, of course. So what I'm hearing is I need to go to Moss Pond and make a purchase to cure my seasonal depression. Is that what I'm hearing? Or some other store? I don't know. I need to go by Moss Pond. So it's just on the brain right now. But interesting. I had to blow leaves out of my yard Sunday. You know, if you had a flamethrower, you might not have to blow the leaves because the leaves might just blow back. But for the last week it rained 3 days. Nice. We got a lot of rain, or a good amount of rain, from the hurricane that came through, which it wasn't really that bad. It didn't really feel like a hurricane, but it technically was the rains from the tropical storm or whatever. So we did get that, which was nice because everything has been extremely dry, and then it rained all day today. So my plants, even though they're probably cold and miserable, they're also happy because they actually have water. Yeah, Colton's got some good ideas. I like this. I actually just got I got a Davidson's magazine in the mail today, and they had the same flamethrower for like maybe $4.59. It was under $500 for the same flamethrower, which is technically usually $629. And if I didn't already have one, I would have probably pulled the trigger on getting one because that's pretty daggone good price. And a flamethrower can definitely cure seasonal depression, which I need to write that down because that's a good idea. I don't have a pen anywhere near me. How am I in an office and I don't have a pen anywhere near me? Who designed this room? Dixie, was it you? Was it you? But yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying to think where to go from here because I have distracted myself by adding a rabbit to tonight's live, and I'm a little scattered, not gonna lie. But I'm so excited because I actually am. We saw in the comments earlier, Charlie can confirm I have been filming. That means I will be editing here shortly, which is super exciting because I'm finally gonna have some videos to post for y'all. Exciting. Hey, Jake Dog's on here. What's up? You can't stay long, but you'll rewatch later. Well, hopefully it will be worth the rewatch. If nothing else, Dixie has been absolutely adorable tonight. So, yeah, she's going to be my bait for bringing people on here from now on. Should we divert to food? We could. Obviously, Chick-fil-A has been on the brain today, which I'm not mad about. There is nothing a flamethrower, war rabbits, or both cannot cure. I agree. Oh, look, a rabbit. Man, she's being really precious right now. I just love her, but also if you look at her from the angle that I can see her at, she looks kind of pissed off. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Dixie, are you mad? Are you angry? What's going on? Are you wanting me to put you down? If you go to the bathroom on my desk, I am going to be mad at you, though. Flamethrowers make warm winter fire for filming. This is very true. Also, I will go ahead and put this out there. I'm trying to find somewhere snowy this year to take the flamethrower. Since I've got a few now, maybe take a flamethrower and bring one for friends. Fun fact, flamethrowers are great for making food in a pinch. Are they? Have you ever made food with a flamethrower? The only thing I've done food related with the flamethrower was burning the peeps, which is not, I wouldn't eat them, but I wouldn't eat them normal. I gotta rewatch and hear about your house burning in a GunCon. Did I put GunCon in the, can somebody confirm whether I put GunCon in the title of this? Because it was actually CanCon, and I need to fix that if I messed it up, which I very likely probably messed it up. But we'll get to that later. GunCon was amazing too, though. If you haven't watched that, if you never watched that live stream from the actual event, I got to be a panelist, and hopefully they'll invite me back. And next time I will have a lot more to say, because there were a few things that I was kicking myself that I didn't chime in on. Anyway, we need a video on cooking food with a flamethrower and a pinch. I'll make a list. Jathan is asking about Friendsgiving. So I don't remember. Oh, it does say GunCon. Okay, I need to change it to CanCon. But if we want to talk about either one, we totally can, because I got a little bit more rambling in me. But GunCon was fun too. GunCon recap 5 months later, or how many months ago was June? It's been a while. Anyway. So maybe I didn't talk about Friendsgiving because I think that was one weekend and then I missed that Tuesday. So anyway, we had Friendsgiving. I know I was talking about it in one of the previous Tuesday night chats, but I cooked a lot of food. We made fruit salad, which is really just a lot of delicious orange fruits and apricot jello, and it's a family recipe that I love to make, and everybody loved it, and I was so excited. But I also made corn casserole and dressing, so it was a good little test. Make sure I still know how to cook things before Thanksgiving, because I am hosting Thanksgiving. We've actually hosted Thanksgiving here at my house every year that we've owned the house. So that's been pretty cool. Or every year that I've been married. So this will be is it only our second year hosting Thanksgiving? I could have sworn it was more. I'm confused. Okay, no, it would be our third, because we hosted it. We got married and then hosted the first year. Last year we hosted, and then we're hosting this year. So I was like, I know it was more than two, or I knew it was more than one. This is definitely not the second one. But yeah, it's good. Can we get this fruit salad recipe? If you're really interested, yeah, I will give it to you. Shoot me a message. It's delicious. Maybe we'll just cook on Tuesday nights one night. That could be fun. I don't know why this happens either, because I can actually cook pretty well for the most part. Sometimes I don't want to cook, but sometimes I do, and I usually don't regret cooking. Here, come here. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I can cook pretty well, but I don't always love to cook. So, hey, Nick, what's up? So, for Thanksgiving, though, I love cooking for Thanksgiving, and I love hosting. And I don't know why this is a thing, because I can make like a whole meal and it's totally fine, very edible. I've been married for 2 years now, and he hasn't even had to break out Tums or anything yet. So, or any kind of Pepto-Bismol. My dad gave him like a security kit just in case he had to break into anything, because my cooking hasn't had to use it yet. But for some reason, I cannot make toast, right? So there's, in the recipe I have for dressing, it calls for 10 pieces of toast, and you're supposed to crumble them up. I cannot make the toast. I burn it every time. I go through an entire loaf of bread. That's the only part of the dressing that I mess up. Nothing else gets burnt. And I guess if that's the worst thing that happens when preparing food, that's not, it's still edible in the end, because I just throw the burnt pieces away. But yeah, I just can't do it. So, can flamethrowers be used for roasting turkeys? Again, I probably wouldn't eat it, because if you think about the kind of fuel that you're using to do it, but maybe you can start a fire with it to roast a turkey. And now I got the hiccups. Using a flamethrower to make toast. I might as well, because if I burn it anyway in the oven, then I'm Chad keeps reminding me too. Sorry, Dixie's scratching me. Chad keeps reminding me too that we have a toaster, but I like to use the oven to make toast for this, because it makes it faster and it evenly cooks it all. So anyway, but yeah, I always burn it, sometimes twice. every year. And then the whole house smells smoky and it's just toast, but everything else is fine. There's a rabbit on my keyboard. Your war buddy needs some body armor. I need some body armor to put up with her. My dad. I'm wondering if my dad is watching this because he just texted me and asked me if we're going to Moss Pond tomorrow to cure our seasonal depression. How is my sister? She's great. She just got a new job. She is thrilled. She had a good job, but this new one is like more what she wants to do. She's gonna be working with animals again and teaching people about local naturalist things. So it's pretty cool. You talked about your Friendsgiving 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I think I was getting ready for my Friendsgiving 2 weeks ago, and then we actually had it in between then and then. But it was pretty cool. Looking back at the pictures, it's fun to think that there were 11 of us that were all coworkers, and I think the picture, there was almost 40 of us now because people are married and some of us have kids. And it's just really exciting to see. But yeah, so it was a good overall, great Friendsgiving. Followed by a baby shower and lots of other. We've had a lot of social outings recently. We've got a wedding shower this weekend, so a lot going on. Put it in your toaster for. I'm gonna tell Chad that y'all voted that I put it in the toaster. Maybe I'll try that for Thanksgiving. You should start a YouTube channel developed solely to flamethrower cooking. I mean, I'm down to try anything, right? Take the bread, break it up in the pan, and then dry it in the oven. That's what I like to do, is just do it in the oven. But then I always forget that it's in there until it starts burning. She's just chilling in the corner right there. Dixie's leg thumping sounds like a growl. Totally threw me off the first time. Yeah, it's I was wondering if y'all could hear it. It's definitely like a funny little sound. That, or if she's sitting in my lap and she's like scratching I have a blanket in my lap, so she wouldn't actually scratch me. But yeah, interesting sounds, I'm sure. I will probably go back and watch it just to hear what it sounds like. What you think? You want this? Want you on that? Nope. It's funny sometimes if you put stuff in her space, like I just put a pin in her space, she's like, nope, this has to move right now. She wonders who you're talking to. Yeah, I'm sure she probably does. Because usually when she's out running around, I just have music on or something. Or, of course I talk to her too, but what you doing? Anyway, well, hey, maybe we wrap it up here tonight, and then what do we have between now and next Tuesday? Oh man, next Tuesday is going to be prime, getting ready for Thanksgiving time, huh? Yep, it'll be the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which will be exciting because we can talk Black Friday sales. What on earth is Friendsgiving? Please forgive me for my ignorance. So Friendsgiving, it's basically like Thanksgiving, but we do it with, so Thanksgiving we have on regular Thanksgiving Day, or at least we do in my family, and then Friendsgiving, we just all got together. It was like a big get together with friends and people brought Thanksgiving type foods. But yeah. So next Tuesday will be Tuesday before Thanksgiving. We can talk Black Friday sales. We can talk food. I will be mentally preparing to pluck a duck and get it ready for Thanksgiving next Tuesday. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do 1 or 2 ducks, or what I'm going to do there. But we can just talk through Thanksgiving in general. I want to hear what your favorite Thanksgiving foods are. I want to know what your traditions are. That's what we're going to talk. We're going to have a full episode next week dedicated to Thanksgiving foods. We'll just go ahead and throw that out. Episode, whatever this is. Maybe Dixie will join us again. I'll let y'all decide if you enjoyed having her here. Bill, all the former Hooters girls get together and eat. Yes, that's it. And cook and to bring families. Do you have a North Georgia trip this Christmas? So no, we don't actually. This will be the first year that we don't do a girls trip to the cabin in December, which I'm kind of sad about, but we're moving into February. So it's still a good downtime in the seasons, but also it's not so close to Christmas. So the girls in our group that have families don't have to worry about being gone right before Christmas. So Yeah, that's what we're doing. No, not plucky duck. Daffy duck would be better. I mean, we gotta pluck a duck to eat the duck, so that's how it goes. But um, yeah, we're gonna call it a night tonight. I'm actually feeling a lot more awake than I did before I got on here. And now I'm trying to decide, is that a spot on my hat? No, it's just a piece of the camo. I all of a sudden thought I got my hat dirty already, and I just this is the first time I'm wearing it, so I was about to be very sad. Um, Used to work for J.C. Penney's, so I experienced Black Friday. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I used to do calendar sales. I'm gonna distract myself into not leaving yet because we're chit chatting here. Um, I used to do calendar sales at Hooters when I was there because they also did Black Friday sales, which I'm still not really sure why. I don't really know. Anyway, I specifically sold as many calendars as I could, so I never had to work holidays. And to this day, the only time I had to work holidays was New Year's Eve one year. And that was the first year that I ever worked for the company, so, or 2 years, I guess. And I was under 21, so they wanted to give people that were over 21 or had families time off first. But that was when I got like second. I still got second and third place calendar sales those first 2 years that I was there, and they still made me work. So I was a little bit salty about that. But I specifically was like, I am never working these days again, and I didn't after that. So, because I love holidays and I love to celebrate and I love to host, so I had to be off so I could do all of those things. Um, yeah, most all of y'all have gotten married or have kids these days. Yeah, our like I said, our groups turned from 11 to like 40, which is crazy. Dixie, okay, don't throw my pen off the table, please. Thank you. Thank you. Rachel, is your sister looking for a boyfriend? If I start getting into details like that on YouTube, she's gonna kill me. So, for the sake of me being able to be on here on Tuesday nights and continue on living, I can't get into those details. But the answer is yes. Yeah. All right. So on that note, next Tuesday, be thinking about food. We've got a whole thing scheduled here, and we're gonna say goodbye for now. So, Dixie, I want you to say thank you for joining us. You can practice your YouTube channel closings now, which I think is like, subscribe, stay tuned for more, click that notification bell. What are all the things you're supposed to say? I think we covered them, right? And stay tuned. So yeah, we're gonna head out now though. That was a good attempt. Like I said, somebody's got to speak for her, so, and I think I'm the voice. But yeah, I enjoyed being back on here since I missed last week. And I appreciate you all being on here, and I appreciate everyone just Dixie, she's making a mess over here. I appreciate y'all always being on here and chatting with me and rambling with me and putting up with whatever shenanigans we decide to get into and all the food that we always talk about. Y'all are part of the problem for why I have midnight snacks. But anyway, all right. Good night, guys. I will see y'all next week and we'll talk Thanksgiving, and I can't wait. Good night. Dixie, what are you doing? She found something to chew.